Uplifting Student Voices with ST Math. We are beyond lucky to be joined today by Miss Morales and Miss Martinez and their students from the Academy in Nevada School District. So we're really lucky to have you all here. And I would love, Kimberly, if you and your students would be willing to just do a quick little introduction before you get started as well, and then you can feel free to take it away.
Hi, I'm Kristine Morales. I am the middle school math teacher here at Mountain Vista.
Hi, I'm Miss Martinez. I'm the technology integration coach here at Mountain Vista, and our students are going to go ahead and present themselves as part of their presentation. So if everyone is ready, we would love your participation in the chat, and we're super excited to have you all. So thank you for joining us.
We are from Matter Academy Mountain Vista, located in Las Vegas, Nevada. My name is Julie Mustamantapon.
My name is Kian Figures.
My name is Kaylee Golden.
My name is Aaron Porto.
My name is Lily Wilson. And we are the
ST Math team.
One thing I love about ST Math is that it covers our curriculum that we cover in our classes before we even touch base on it.
Another thing I love about ST Math is the different objectives we get to learn and the challenges it provides.
One thing I love is that it helps me when I'm struggling.
I love setting goals for myself.
One thing that I love about ST Math is how we get to learn different objectives and puzzles. Our agenda for today will be talking about ST Math glows, that things that glow while using this, not app, but curriculum full of these puzzles and objectives that we learn, some strategies, some tips and tricks we've used throughout the year, some growth, some additions we think would be nice to add to the ST Math. Okay, so we're gonna do something called a waterfall chat. Basically, we're gonna ask you a question, and you have 2 minutes to type it in the chat, but don't submit it until this timer is over. What are the things that you love about ST Math?
Disclaimer, we're going to look over there because there's a bigger screen and we could read your comments.
Okay, so go ahead and submit your answers, please. I agree how you love feeding your puzzles the next week than what you had the week before, because that's what I did. Every week I would try to get a maximum of 100 more puzzles per week. That's how some of us graduated early. Also in addition to that, that's why I said it goes to myself.
Definitely. It is student based. I agree because as students, we can do our work at different paces, and I like how it's student based because like we can do it at our own pace and we don't have to feel rushed.
I agree with the people who say that they love JiJi because I love penguins and like because what encourages me to do SC math is JiJi.
I agree that it is accessible to all students because there isn't much words, it's just more visual things. Yes.
I agree with it helps me understand math in a new way because you're not learning just base platform math, you're learning it in a different way. You're learning it through puzzles and
I agree with Kiana just to add on. It is student paced, so some of us who like math a little bit more can do more puzzles than the other people. It's not like, oh, you can only do this much per week. We do not have a limit. We just have a minimum that we can do though. Question. Estimates goals, what we love. Objectives are in depth. Teachers get to see how objectives are in depth. This is on the teacher's point of view. Objectives are in depth by providing related steps to teachers. As shown in the green box. In the very left, over the green box, it shows the objective, which is ratios and proportional relationships. In the blue writing, it shows the standards to teachers. This could be helpful for them. Teachers could also assign students to the next grade level before or after the challenge zone. From personal experience, I realized that the challenge zone stays the same every single time when you finish ST Math. So to not waste our time, I believe that teachers should change our grades before or after the challenge zone.
okay, another thing that we love about ST Math is now that teachers can lock students' original path so they can focus on objectives in the front-based stuff that they're learning in class instead of focusing on other things that they already
Also we're gonna talk about a problem with this in a later slide. I believe slide 14.
ST Math loves, what we love. ST Math encourages learning that will help students throughout their life, which is problem solving skills. So in the real world, when we don't use ST Math anymore, we can use what we learned from it to help us solve problems that we may struggle with in later life. And math tips, which gives you critical thinking questions to start the puzzle. So in case you're confused on how to do a puzzle, you can use the tips and help you start it out. So you're not confused. As seen on the right, you'll see a picture and it'll show you a perfect example of that. Okay, so we're gonna do another wonderful chat like the previous one. Please do not submit your answers until the timer is over. What strategies have you used in your class?
Also, we're still gonna look over here.
20 seconds left.
Because they're all coming at once, so we might need some time to. Chris, I agree with you. The unlimited tries, that is awesome, and we also cover that eventually. And the pause animation, you could also pause it, so that way you could see whether or not you got the puzzle correct or not.
I agree with the celebrations because students often like it when you reward them for their hard work.
Also, our school does, if you, at the end of the year, when you finish ST Math to 100%, they throw this thing called a JiJi party, which gives them pizza and ice cream and a lot of things, chips, and almost a lot of things. Also, we're gonna talk about that later. I'm SE Math strategies. Tips and tips and tricks. The first tip and tricks is infinite JiJis. Infinite JiJis will give you unlimited tries to complete a puzzle to make you either understand it or not get so frustrated at losing so much JiJis and getting so much points. Because sometimes the puzzle goes too fast and then sometimes the puzzle goes too fast and then you just get it wrong. STMath teachers could also make an STMath class challenge. This takes the average percentage of every singular student, even after you completed STMath, or I think that's optional, and will take the average of it, and whichever class has the highest average will get a JiJi party, as I mentioned. Individually. Yes.
Strategies and tips and tricks that the school uses so that now teachers can group students by objectives. For those who struggle, they can now work together. Making puzzles to work as a group, teachers can now change our lessons. For example, me and my friends here, if we were all stuck on the same level, no matter what our percentage is, they could group us by that one so that we could get better and improve. Now we're going to have another water plot chat. The question is that you're going to answer is, how would you enhance the platform? Please do not submit until the time is over. Thank you.
Also, sorry for the chair noises. Just a quick heads up, 30 seconds left.
Okay, now you can please enter your answers. Cynthia, I agree with you because now we don't have to worry about having to wait a long period of time to wait for the school to print out our copies of them.
Yes, from personal experience, I was too nervous to say I finished SC Math the first time, but then the next week I said I finished SC Math, and then they gave me my certificate the week after. To agree with Keon and Aaron, the digital copy would be way better because I know for a fact that sometimes the printer gets stuck or doesn't work for the awards. Because honestly, one time I had to wait until I finished a month after school started. I had to wait until the end of the year to get my award.
It would still be cool to have one manually so that you can actually like
Print it out for yourself.
yeah.
Oh, have some short videos for. Wait, can you scroll down so I can read it? Short videos, so playing the tricky middle school games to help others. I agree with that, but I would agree with that because sometimes you get stuck in the puzzles. Sometimes the solution is infinite JiJis. Other times it's watching a video from YouTube or from any other video source, or asking another student how to do that level when they already done it. So it might be good to have an integrated video to show you what to do in the puzzle. I agree with Jamie. If there was a JiJi cameo option, that would be awesome. Maybe you could do it at the quarter mark, whether it's 25% or 50% at the halfway mark. Either way, I'm pretty sure that will give students more joy to do it. A little bit more confidence to do it. Oh, that also makes me think, what would JiJi's voice sound like? Maybe you could add
Different tones, like different for those from different countries, then they can have different accents and stuff.
Or just gonna make it more.
Okay, SC Math Bros, what we would change about SC Math? Customizing JiJi. This quick disclaimer, the animated JiJis were found online, but their drawings were created by Aaron.
Me.
Okay, so customizing JiJi. We all know JiJi, but what make SC Math better is we can customize it. Every time you pass a mountain, you would get accessories or JiJi coins. JiJi coins can be used to buy stuff like accessories, so you can customize JiJi. So when JiJi crosses the screen, you can see what accessories on. And that will make SC Math much more fun. Puzzle video. So sometimes when we get stuck on a puzzle and we just don't know how to do it, and the puzzles don't, and the tips don't help us. So in the help section, you can find a little quick tutorial on how to do the puzzle, which demonstrates how to solve it, so the students won't be confused. And challenge zone as a battle zone. Basically, what the battle zone is when you can battle JiJi.
This is what the battle zone would look like. It would be different depending on the age group and the math signs, which you see in the corner, which is multiplication, addition, subtraction, division. Those are the questions you'll be getting depending on your grade. And it's not just regular numbers. You could divide decimals, you could multiply fractions, you could subtract mixed numbers and try to find what a number with an exponent times a decimal is with different numbers. And every question you get right, you get to take some of JiJi's health. But if you get it wrong, JiJi takes some of your health. This is. Did you already mention that it was a replacement for the challenge zone? Yeah, it's a replacement for the challenge zone. And just quick disclaimer: this picture was also found online. And if some style this is not allowed, you can also make some type of Pokemon-esque way, or you can make JiJi fight someone instead of JiJi fighting you.
To add on to Julian, for the different options, I think there's gonna be like different, like you can add adjustable numbers for the different age groups. but you can actually do it to your comfortability.
To add on to Aaron, it is kind of like Pokemon. Not to take away from its purpose, you do not kill JiJi. You just take him down and he flees away. Dad or JiJi is finding someone else. STMAS scrolls, what would change? This is all these. Most of these are my idea. First, I would love to add a progress bar menu. In a progress bar, because all of the because the main path, any assignments, as I mentioned before, when you lock the main path to the assignments, and the auto assignments all get bunched up into one singular progress bar. So what you could do is add a progress bar menu separating all of those. Like in here it shows progress bar for the main path, progress bar for Miss Math teachers assignments, and progress bar for the auto assignments. The only way to figure out your actual main pass percentage is by going to the gray area in SC Math, and then finding your percentage out of 3,000, or how much puzzles you need to do to finish to 100% in that grade level. Also, sometimes the puzzles changes. Okay, 2 times lesson speed. You could also make it 0.5 lesson speed to make it slower, or you can just use the bar. But sometimes when a student finds the animation repetitive, which plays over and over again, they will just see the same animation and already expect what's going to happen. I believe if you get the question wrong, it will not give you this option. This will be in the settings menu, by the way, because there isn't much settings there. So when a student gets bored of it, they could add the 2 times thing, which will make JiJi cross the screen a lot faster. Or you can make a 0.5 times lesson speed, which will make JiJi the animation go a lot slower, mainly because for the levels which the animation takes like so super fast. Night mode, that will be explained in the next slide. Because there isn't any things in the setting menu except auto pause, I would love to add more things to the settings. When turned on, it will make the background night and make the whole area darker. This will, because mostly every single website and device and everything has dark night mode or dark mode. Why not add it to your app to save people from eye strain? Thanks.
To add on to Aaron, maybe not night mode is just the beginning. Maybe eventually there could be holiday backgrounds, seasonal backgrounds. And night mode is just scratching the surface. We could eventually expand this. Oh, there could also be like a colorblind mode if you're severely colorblind, and to help you differentiate the colors more.
And contrast.
Contrast, yes, contrast. Thanks. Read in the chat. Thank you for listening. Any questions?